But
Now, let me ask you this.
yeah.
Let's talk the rest of the weekend. Did you get to see it at all, WrestleMania? Did you watch any of the Paul Heyman Hall of Fame induction?
No, people were telling us about it. The only thing I saw of his induction was his entrance. I didn't see any of of his speech, but I did watch WrestleMania night 1 and 2, and I have to say, well done, well done. Not a stinker on the card. The last match with all of the run-ins and surprises, I think that was booked brilliantly.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I felt like a fan again. When Bubba was the special ref, that made my heart so happy. I loved seeing him. I loved the ECW chants. I loved Kevin Owens with an homage to ECW on his trunks. Like they kept mentioning us, and I know they would because it was Philly. But it's so odd to hear them putting us over multiple times in one show, and they did it on both shows, which they should, because it's our home. But I just thought everything was booked from top to bottom, top notch, great card, great show. And I texted Bubba the next day, and I said, "You did a great job until you jobbed to the bottom turnbuckle." When he went to the top, his foot missed, and he kind of stumped, and he wrote back "pop." But I said it made me so happy to see you there. Great representation of ECW. Great show. I wasn't disappointed. I liked every match, and the finish. The last match and the finish I thought was brilliant. So I enjoyed it. And I wasn't planning on watching it, but my husband just said, "Oh, did you hear anything?" And he put it on, and we just sat there and watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
So
what'd you think about that ECW theme music playing inside of Lincoln Financial Field like that? That was unbelievable.
Pretty cool, right? It was just, wow. The thing to me that was so special is that the whole stadium was chanting ECW.
Yeah.
74,000 people or whatever the count was. So like you said earlier, we're not dead.
No,
it's not. The company might not be here, but the spirit will live on forever. And those of us who are still around, I hate when people say, "Oh, stop milking it for what you guys are done. You're dead, blah, blah, blah." Like you'll get that little percentage. It's like, "Oh, come on, let it be dead and buried." Why should we? People are still enjoying it. You know what I mean? Like what is the harm about getting us all together and doing a signing and reminiscing and being nostalgic? I find no harm in that. I really don't. And I think the people who are still around are, representing the company, and we're doing it well. And we're not trying to be assholes about it. We're just living our lives, and somebody books us, we go. And if ECW is mentioned, yeah, why not? Let's put it over. People still dig it. So why not ride that train?
Like I've said a million times, you're not seeing the WCW guys getting reunited. The AWA guys aren't getting reunited like this. It's always people want one, they want five. It's an ECW reunion. They don't just want, three of you. Like that picture, there was 6 champions of ECW in that picture. You want all 6 of those guys, and it can happen. And it's very special when it does.
It really is. And it's again, it sounds so corny when I say this, but we are a family. We will always be a family, whether we're, current or not. Getting us together like that makes us relevant, and people want to see that. And just because somebody's not currently on TV doesn't mean you're irrelevant in the fans' eyes.
Not at all.
So I'm not saying we're the biggest thing going in wrestling today, blah, blah, blah. But people still remember us, and people still like to see us. And it makes me feel good. And I love when people come to the table and start talking about just things that we've done, and their faces lighting up and them being so happy. So many people came on Saturday to tell us how happy they were with Friday's show. And
That's
one
cool.
woman even went as far to say that our show on Friday was better than anything WWE put out in the longest time. She said, as a fan, now not everybody's going to agree with her, obviously, you know, but as a fan, she said, I am such an old school ECW fan, and that made me love wrestling again.
That's awesome.
She said, I'm not going to WrestleMania. I just came here for you guys. We got a lot of that too. We're not going to Mania. We just came to see you. We came to go to the arena. And so many people could not get into the arena because, you know, it only, what does it seat? 1,200 now? It doesn't, you know.
I'm not sure of the logistics now, but
Okay.
they
Well,
put in
not,
some, I mean, Battleground puts in some pretty fancy entrances, so they might cut off whatever the seating
whatever it
would
was,
be.
the tickets, like there were tickets on StubHub or whatever that, 1,500 for Battleground.
Wow, holy crap.
That people were paying to get in that building.
Damn.
I know. Those are WrestleMania prices.